I think we're looking into greenfields. There we have a lot of competition from the developers, the resi developers. But we're also looking into a conversion of outdated office buildings, and here we are more or less, or those who look in this asset class more or less without any competition. Investor-wise, we see now an increasing trend of those who ran the party in the UK in the last years, looking into the continent. Some enter into the Netherlands, some have entered into Spain, and some are about to approach the continent now through Germany. And we see some who have missed the party in the UK who are now also desperately looking into opportunities in the continent. And in addition, that's more on the investment side than on the development side. We have a strong base of regional freelancers, pension schemes and insurances in Germany who love to invest 50% of their capital into government bonds in the past. And as they have to serve policyholders at minimum returns, they're all struggling for finding appropriate investments. And so they look into resi as an asset class deserving stable revenues. And when you look into resi, you automatically look also into student housing, micro-living, or care homes as specific variations of this. And that leads to an increasing demand from the investor side here in Germany for those assets.
Financing is not an issue for the time being, so everyone who is looking for the German market will get a financing. And this is 70 whatsoever, maybe plus. That does mean the equity which is in place to be which will be invested in Germany is huge amount all over Germany, coming from abroad, coming from the domestic investors. And again, what we will see is that people are buying nearly everything, what I've said before, and that of course office and retail will be the ones which have the main focus for the future as well, and that will stay stable. That is my impression from what I see in the market. But again, there are other products under other asset classes which are coming up, and maybe some new ones. And if you see that logistic properties, we have spoken about that before, are sold for 18 times the yearly rent now, and that people who are working in this business are saying we have a core product, then everything has changed, as you see. No?
Okay, yeah, Thomas, you want to
I would just maybe add on this. I think what we don't made the last 20 years in Germany, we don't conquered or advise the German Mittelstand from their real estate exposure on that. Most of them are owned. And I think this is, speaking a little bit provocatively, when I say there is enough product on the market, there will be a lot of product on the market if we advise them. And the Mittelstand is finally speaking in B and C locations in Germany. And this is a totally undiscovered country. Speaking with broad view, there were for sure some pretty nice examples. But this again, where the Black Forest or wherever in Augsburg, wherever you go, you find the Mittelstand. And this is on one hand explainable for people from abroad. On the other hand, it's a skeleton for the whole German business and economy. And this again, where I see, if you believe in Mr. Markowitz and diversification, then it's heaven what you find here in Germany from a rational investors approach. Going there, diversify. We don't have any dominant centers, so a lot of positive things. Maybe I will die one day on a home buyers effect, but I strongly believe in this. German Mittelstand and advice from our industry to them how to create value. If you think from another perspective on your own, let's say, properties.